Okay. Good afternoon, people. Good evening. Um. Good day. It is 8:05 over here where I'm at, and we are live. I got a new sound system, and I don't know how to act. I've been working all day trying to get this system thing pulled up. I mean set up, and that's what I've been doing today. So it's very much like um a whole thing over here. Like I got a whole little production thing over here. Um so if you comment in the chat, please let me know if you can see me, hear me. Let me know how the sound is. Um Please comment and let me know how the sound quality is. If you can hear the sound, you can hear me clearly. Let me know how it is. Please. You don't do nothing else. Please let me know how the sound is. If it's clear, then we're good. If you can hear me, like with no interruptions, no none of that, then we're good. Okay? Be sure to like, comment, and share this live. And we're gonna get into some things today. Okay? Okay. I need some help. I be needing some help with stuff like this when it comes to because it keeps telling me some different stuff on the back end. I be needing some help. I'm gonna need some my streamers out there, people that be going live, close unused applications. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Hold on 1 second. It's saying it's a delay. Is it a delay? I don't think so. I think this thing just be playing tricks on me. Make sure I bookmark that. Add to a new add to a bookmark this page. Let me say that because I don't want to get rid of that. Let me say that because I don't want to get rid of that. Just lean talking to the mic so the people can hear me. Bookmark, save, do all that. Okay, let me do some housekeeping. Bookmark this tab, save, done. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that. Bookmark that. Bookmark this tab. Save that. Okay, just save that right there too. I don't like no mess. Yeah, bookmark this too. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me turn my phone down so I won't get no notifications while I do this. Okay, let me respond to a text real quick. Um, okay, I'm responding to the text. Okay, so we got some. Okay, let's talk about this life coach, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Um, Cause obviously she been doing some things this past week. Well, not doing some things, but she been the topic of conversation this past week. So if y'all don't know who Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is, she's well, supposedly she supposed to be some type of life coach. Um, I don't seen her name somewhere, well, somewhere before, but I don't be paying attention to some of these people because, especially when I hear the word life coach and stuff like that, because anybody can put their name on the anybody can put their name on the title and sell a service, especially if you got a little money. So Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she's a self-proclaimed life coach apparently, and she did an interview with the Breakfast Club um about a week ago, and Laura, what's the lady name on there? Laura, the girl Laura on there, not Jess, but the other one, the actual journalist. She asked her a question about, it was some conversation going around about um her credentials not being valid, and Laura called her out on it. So she did an interview on the Breakfast Club on May 12th, was last week. And the conversation took a serious turn when the radio host Lauren LaRosa asked Bryant about the growing online skepticism surrounding her credentials. Over the past few months, social media users have accused Bryant of her being a fraud and a scammer, with critics claiming they could not locate records of her dissertation or documentation confirming her doctorate, making her Ill, illegitimate, making her an illegitimate therapist. On her website, Bryant states that she earned a doctorate in counseling psychology from a non-defunct Argosy University and has a master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. According to Bryant, she completed the doctoral program while the school was still accredited. However, years later, when she attempted to retrieve her official transcripts while preparing for law school, she discovered that the school had already closed. She stated, "Oh, I said, oh well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and I look, and there is a third party that has the records. Where I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years." Bryant explained that because she missed the 2 year deadline to retrieve the records, she was ultimately left without access to official documentation. I'm not finna go read the rest of that because it sounds like a lie. It sounds like a lie. Yeah, it sounds like a lie. It's given like um, it's given unofficial, not official, life coach that just put your name on certain stuff and say that you is this and say that you are that and you are not this and you are not that. Because like I said, anybody can put their name on something, and if you got a little influence and say that you are a life coach and say that you are this and say that you are offering services, and people are going to say that that you are this and you are that, and you are going to offer this service, and then people are going to claim to you because you put out a message that you are going to receive or offer these services, and then yeah, And then she also said that she's not going to provide any proof because she don't have anything to prove. So, do we expect her to provide any proof of her credentials? I mean, if people question, here's the thing: if people was questioning somebody about questioning me about my degrees, and the proof is in the pudding. Thank you. First of all, I'm gonna say that the proof is in the pudding. So if you ain't got if you got these said credentials and you got these things that you have worked towards, and you don't, this is your way of making money, this is your way that you make money, and you got all this influence and stuff, you have no problem with making money off of it, and you charge these people for doing this type of stuff, then why can't you just provide the people with the proof? And it's clear, and people don't when they looked up those records, and they said they can't find the stuff, because when you do a doctoral program, you have to do all these type of dissertations and things like that, and to be able to complete the program. And the people don't look it up and say they can't find your stuff. This man, so where it said, sound like a fraud to me. But who am I to say? You know, who am I to say? But Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, um, you, yeah, it ain't looking too good for you. This thing, you ain't got a lot. Well, that's the way of the game these days. Like, people lying about a lot of stuff, the way they making money and things like that. And speaking of that, we're gonna get to this next story when it comes to Miss Stormy. So we gonna get away from Miss Cheyenne, because she said, listen, she basically don't give a f what the narrative is. I would like to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit back, because I don't give a f about it. She fired back at critics during the interview last Tuesday. She said she's not proving her her credentials to anyone. So she said she's not proving it, and that's just the end of that. So, but the public done already deemed you out to be a liar. So I feel like people not gonna trust the services that you are providing anymore, because the people are going to look at you as a fraud. Next case. Speaking of frauds, let's get into Stormy Weatherton. So Coach Stormy Weatherton has been hit with a lawsuit. Um, Coach Stormy responds after Federal Trade Commissions take action against her over allegedly misleading MLM income. According to the Jasmine brand, um, Coach Stormy is speaking out after sharing her side of the story. The Federal Trade Commission has taken some legal action against the multi-level marketing figure, accusing her of misleading people about how much money they could realistically earn. According to the agency, Stormy promoted false or baseless earning claims to recruit workers. In the simple terms, the FTC says she sold a dream that didn't match, that didn't always match re, re, reality, and encouraging people to join companies like Total Life Changes and other companies with promises of big money, when that wasn't the experience for everyone, and some participants struggled to make a profit at all. To resolve the case, Stormy agreed to proposed orders to put strict limits on how she can operate moving forward. She now bans. She not is banned from making or helping others to make or misleading claims about potential earnings, including exaggerated income or success rates. Um, After speaking with Fox News, Stormy said that the allegations have significantly affected her career and confirmed she plans to shift her messaging. While she said she enjoys using manifestation tools when coaching, she admitted she's learned through this experience that you can't do that when become a woman of my caliber. She also offered a warning to others in this industry: be mindful of the good things you say. You can get yourself into big trouble. So,
basically, my career has been significantly affected by, obviously there are some people that I don't know where this came from. I really don't know how this happened. My career has been significantly affected by the allegations.
how long I can't play it? I can't switch. Let me go back to the screen.
Basically, my career has been significantly affected by, obviously there are some people that I don't know where this came from. I really don't know how this happened. My career has been significantly affected by the allegations.
Oh, let's see. Okay. So basically, she is like on the and now she's on like a 20-year probation, and she just has to abide by this specifically type of order going forward, and change the way she do her business. Um, I don't think that Stormy specifically, well, is definitely a you know a teaching tool as to how a lot of people do business and things like that. Because a lot of people do is in this industry that she's in. But I would say that it is a teaching tool as to how you do business and how you promote your business. Because you can't sell a person a dream and and not be real about how is that dream going to come to life. And but it also says that you can sell a person a dream, and then excuse me, it is up to them to kind of grind and hustle to kind of make it happen for themselves on the other end. So it's like a double-edged sword to that, because it's like she can only give you so much when it comes to the teaching tool that she's giving you. But on the other hand, it's like, it is like a selling a dream that is like kind of false. So um but yeah, she's definitely it's definitely in the order that she just has to change the way that she do business, because it's it's not good when you put information out there to a people distrusting you, and it's kind of misleading to a fault. That's it. But we always gonna wish a black woman that does business well, but um we also we can't take we can't play with people when it comes to their lives and their livelihood also. So that's that. Moving on. Um, Trump supporter Nicki Minaj is talking again. And I don't know why I have to say it like that, but I do. So, according to Complex, Nicki Minaj touts embracing MAGA and says that JC costs Obama a lot. What I can't understand is that why does Nicki Minaj has to? Why does she has to every 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 chance she gets, she's going to take a dig at Jay-Z. Um, I don't know why. I don't know when. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know, like, I don't know when is that ever going to stop because it seems as though, like, Jay-Z, like, kind of just pays her dust. But, like, she's going to take a dig at Jay-Z every chance she gets. But according to Complex, Nicki Minaj talks embracing MAGA while saying that Jay-Z costs Obama a lot. Um, she was speaking in this article about the embrace of MAGA politics and Donald Trump, and said that she was disappointed by the former Democratic president. In this interview, for a time, Nicki Minaj spoke about her embrace of Donald Trump and suggested that Jay-Z's friendship with former President Barack Obama cost him a lot. Throughout her career, Minaj has often hinted that she leans conservative, but until Trump's second term, she mostly kept her politics to herself. She admitted that she was disappointed by Obama and never felt comfortable with the assertion that black celebrities would and should vote for the Democratic presidential candidate. But in discussing her growing disillusionment with the party, she also criticized Obama's friendship with Jay-Z, with whom she has with whom she has famously feuded. She said, I think Jay-Z ended up costing Obama a lot, whether he knew or not. She says lots of rappers don't like Jay-Z and were afraid to say it. Jay-Z supported Obama's presidential campaign in 2008 and participated in his 2012 re-election campaign. He also supported Hillary Clinton during the 2016 presidential election and has been critical of Trump. Minaj has accused Jay-Z's Roc Nation of attempting to sabotage her career and alleged that he owes her somewhere between 100 to 200 million. That's where in the interview she implied one of the incidents that led to her public support of the Republican Party was when she was criticized for sharing COVID-19 vaccine skepticism on social media. In 2021, she suggested that her cousin in Trinidad had swollen testicles after taking the vaccine. Despite the assertion, Trinidad and Tobago's health minister, Terence Delaguinis, held a press conference to assert that there was no evidence the vaccine could cause swelling in the testicles. What did this girl talk about? Okay. Um, what's the girl talking about? Okay, I ain't reading no more of this. I don't know what this girl talking about. It's crazy how she felt the need to bring up Jay-Z in this conversation by saying that she felt as though she caused Obama a lot. But what did he cost Obama? What did he cost Obama? Like, am I missing the point? Am I missing the plot? Like, what did he actually cost Obama by supporting him? I don't get it. I don't get it, Nikki. If anything, you did more damage to yourself by supporting Trump. And you said that you also said in this article that you always wanted to support Trump. but you didn't want it to disappoint your fans in that sense. Um, but it was too late for that. But kind of your behavior had showed otherwise in the past, so it was kind of leading up to this moment. Um, so you kind of your pattern of behaviors kind of led up to this moment, um, to where we could see the change of behaviors that that led up to this moment. So it's like when this really came out, we wasn't really shocked in a sense. Um, but a lot of people are also saying that her continued support of Trump was due to her financial. I mean, not only due to her financial status, but due to her own personal gain and due to her family, due to some of her family issues and her family problems as well and things like that. But I just don't see how the correlation of her saying that her support for Trump and bringing up Jay Z and saying that he costed Obama a lot in his president's campaign hurt Obama. Like the two just don't match to me. It just don't make no sense to me. But go off on Nika. We wish you well. We wish you well. We wish you well. We wish you well, Miss Ma'am. Um, so Young Dolph, moving on. Young Dolph's murder suspect pleads guilty and is sentenced to 20 years in prison. According to Shade Room, this gentleman's name is Cornelius Smith, and is one of the gunmen charged in the murder of Young Dolph. Has been sentenced to 20 years after pleading guilty. According to ABC 24 Memphis, Smith was originally charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and other charges. However, he accepted a plea agreement on Friday, which was this past Friday. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, while other charges will be dropped. Smith's sentence will be served without parole, and his attorney Michael Scholes shared that he will get time already served, leaving him with 15 years left in prison. He's been extremely remorseful for what's been going on, and is just trying to do whatever he could just to make things a little bit right, said Scholes. Shelby County Deputy District Attorney Paul Hagerman spoke about the sentencing and Dolph's family understanding. From his arrest until now, Cornelius has accepted re, re, responsibility, and he's agreed to cooperate. The family understood, and they were in the loop all along, that to solve complex cases like this, oftentimes you need somebody to cooperate, and that means at the end of the day that you have to take a person's cooperation and truthful testimony into consideration. As people reported, Justice Johnson was sentenced to life in prison for the murder, and Hernandez Govan, who was accused of orchestrating the murder, was found not guilty on all charges. Hmm. A lot of people coming saying like that's not enough. Um, pre premeditated and it's only 20 years. 20, that's it. Ain't enough. Um, but somebody said, yo, the fact that he ran up on him and killed him inside the 50 shot in the presence of innocent people that could have been also been hit by bullets. 20 years. Yeah, the system failed. 20 years ain't enough. Do we think the justice system is not doing us no 20 years for taking somebody's life is crazy. Rest in peace to that boy Dolph. Yeah, 20 years is crazy for that. Justice. I mean, justice is being served. I mean, it's sure it's not the justice that the family is probably thinking that they want or deserve. Um, but I'm sure the family is not gonna let up until they get the justice that they need or want. I don't say need, but want. Hold on. All right, all right, y'all. Let's get into this last episode. Well, let's get into this most recent episode of Housewives. Pull up my notes. All my Housewives people, this is your time. This is your time to come into the chat. Come into the chat. I gotta try my little thing, but I want to make sure that they work. I'll try my once I start this because I want to make sure that they work. Housewives people come into the chat. So the girls are ending. We're on the last episode of Dallas, and this Dallas trip seems like that we are like seem like it's been like 5 episodes, but like three episodes on the trip. Like seem like we've been in Dallas forever. But the girls they are wrapping up this Dallas trip, and they are headed to this. This it left off with Portia and Kelly fussing on the bus on the Sprinter going to dinner. Um, Portia claims that Kelly tried to her last year when they was in Miami, going back from Grenada. And here's the thing about Portia. Portia, I love you. I really do. I love me some Portia. But Portia, ain't nobody believing you with the stuff you be saying this season. I hate to say it, Portia. Ain't nobody believing the stuff you be saying. And I hate that. Portia, you just can't be saying stuff like that. And Portia, ain't nobody really believing you. But the ladies also talking about roses and stuff, and I'll be like, Fraser, like, people still talking about roses and stuff, and I'll be like, these grown women talking about roses. But it goes to let you know, I mean, like, that's still a thing. Portia, myth. Fraser was like, that's still a thing. People still talk about, like, that. Like, I thought the roses were, like, going out the, are not a thing anymore. But she was like, yeah, people still use them. And K Michelle was like, so y'all just went from talking about chili cheese hot pockets, and now y'all back laughing. And Cynthia was like, yeah, it can be like that sometimes. K Michelle, I got a lot to say about you, because I just don't know. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. I'm very concerned. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. But we'll get into it. Kelly told Portia that she don't want nobody big and goofy like Portia. But Kelly, you're little and goofy. So you can't call nobody big and goofy, but you're little and goofy. Like literally little and goofy. Little and corny. everything that comes out of your mouth is corny. Just like your new BFF, Shamesi. So, like, some of the stuff you say, it can easily come back on you times 10. So, I'm like, Kelly, please. Please, Kelly. So, the ladies arrive at dinner. Um, Pinky is in the bathroom throwing up because I guess she had drank too much. And Portia was like, Cynthia was like, I'm gonna go check on Pinky. And Portia was like, yeah, you better go check on her before you get in trouble again. Didn't nobody see my little laugh word. Oh, we got sound effects, y'all. We got sound effects. Get into it. Let me know if y'all heard my sound effects. Um, Portia was like, you better go check on her before you get in trouble again. And I was like, ooh. So Cynthia to the rescue. One thing about Cynthia, she is playing mother hen to this group, and she is gonna check on you. And Cynthia was like, "Now, Pinky, you was wearing my ass out throughout this whole trip, and you never know when you're gonna need me. But I'm still coming over here and checking on you. You gotta, you gotta respect 50 Cent for that. You know, you gotta respect them. Um, they get back to the dinner scene, and Portia start checking the oysters, and she was like checking them, and she was like, "Oh, these vaginas is clean," something like that. Portia just funny. Portia just funny. And here we go again. Kate think that it is a dig to her, and a rumor that an ex claim against her from 8 years ago. K Michelle, please. K Michelle, how in the hell do you think that Portia saying that she representing the oysters to a vagina being clean, that's a dig towards you to a rumor that was brought up against you 8 years ago? Make it make sense, Kay. Like, that was like, and that wasn't even, Kay, if you really read the room, that wasn't even a dig towards you. That was really like shade towards Kelly, because Kelly had just said something about Portia's lady parts in the sprinter. So she was just saying something about the vagina being clean. She was making a joke about that. Do we get it? I think I think we can all agree that that. We we can agree that was that. I think we can. 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 Cause I'm like, hey. So they had dinner, and then I think it was somebody asked Kay again, and like she said that she wasn't comfortable with the group. Drew asked her how was she, and Kay once again, well, Kay confronts Drew about knowing black. This black thing is really getting on my nerves because it's like not that deep. It's not that deep, but Kay is really calling Drew out because she's saying that Drew is making it. She is going around to multiple people saying that Drew said that Kay knew black, and that wasn't the case. It's not a DK. The only time that Drew said something about she knowing black was the one time that she brought it up on the bus, and when she said y'all are friends, yeah, she said yeah, y'all are friends, something like that. But Kay, when Drew was on FaceTime with Black at Portia's house, which was very cringy, but when you saw him on the thing. You said, "Hey, it's very good. It's very good to see you." Now, if I see somebody on the FaceTime, and I say, "Hey, it's very good to see you," like I'm talking to them like I'm very happy to see them, you know, and I say it's very good to see you. That make me look like I know them. Do it not? Do it not or do it? K Michelle is draining this. She is draining the show. She is draining the life out of the show. I hate to say it. She is draining the show. She okay. And see what thing about it, Shamia came Shamia, you draining the show too. Because you can't move on because when Drew was talking, you was having a side conversation. Now Kay did check you about that. You was having a side conversation with Kay while Drew was talking about Drew. Now, if Drew was having a side conversation about you while you was talking, you would have had a problem with that. See, the problem with Shamia is that Shamia can dish, but she can't take. That's her problem. She can dish, but she can't take. Because while Drew was talking, she was having a side conversation, you know. But like I said, if that was to be done to her, she would have had a problem with it. Like Shamia is giving Mean Girl, and she continue trying to drag the issue with Drew. Yeah, it's giving that. Um, so the ladies get to brunch the next day, and Angela asks Kay if she still doesn't feel safe. Kay gets emotional and claims that people in the group are plotting against her. Um, and Kay talked to Shamia and Kelly the night before about who are the people that, well, she didn't tell them who, but she just said that people in the group are plotting against her. And in her confessional, she said that it's Phaedra, Portia, and Drew. Girl. So she basically said that Drew is running with this narrative of trying to connect her with this black guy. Portia is running with this rumor that was from 8 years ago, and Phaedra is, what did she say about Phaedra? I can't even remember what she said, but what Phaedra was trying to do, which was trying to do to her. But she basically said they were all plotting against her. But then But then when you find out what Shamia was saying about her on that side conversation, you called her out about continuing to create issues with her and about dragging BS, and that's exactly what Shamia is doing. Shamia is a problem, and everybody is confused about what K Michelle is crying about, which is very valid because don't nobody know what K Michelle is crying about. And in her confessional, she's basically saying that she has an issue with Portia in the moment, but she is not telling Portia what her problem is with her. And see, that's the problem with her being on this show. You can't be on this show and not you can't be on this show and not address the problems with the people in the moment. I don't know if she feel like that if she do address the issue with the people in the moment, she gonna get too worked up and wanna get rah rah, or she gonna get too. Well, you just need to get out the show then, because the show is all about conflict and resolution. It's all about that. So if you can't address your issues in a moment and have an adult conversation in a moment, then you need to get out this show. I feel like K Michelle is gonna be a one season wonder. She's gonna be like um I wouldn't say she I wouldn't say she's too big for the show, but I think she might be too big of a personality for the show or too sensitive for the show at this moment because I don't know. I just don't think she works well on this show how it is now. Because I just don't think she knows how. Mm, I don't know because because her experience on Love and Hip Hop may have been a little different because I guess it was just so much on Love and Hip Hop that it was just like it kind of was the same thing. They had so much scandal and so much talk. They it was basically it was worse on Love and Hip Hop. If you ask me, it was worse. The fighting, the cattiness, the talking behind each other's back, the back and forth. It was worse. So you should be prepared for this because this is. I mean, it's the back and forth. It's they do it on Housewives too, but it was worse on there because I don't know. I just don't know what she thought she was gonna get when she came over here to Housewives. Um, but yeah, she went back to them and talked about the vagina comment that Portia made, and she's it's definitely a reach, and she's just really not calling it out in the moment. But after she went and talked to Kelly, Shamia, and Pink about it, Shamia decides to call a come to Jesus moment by the pool. And then that's when she continues to say that, well, no, Shamia says that she feels that she is not going to be the one to be blamed for everything when she knows she's not the one to be blamed for everything. But Shamia, you do talk about people behind their back just like everybody else, and you do flip people words, and you are messy. You calling Angela messy, but you are messy just like everybody else. Just like you calling Angela messy, you are messy too. So you can't call somebody else messy, and you can't acknowledge that you are messy yourself. So let's just call a thing a thing, Shamia. Like just let's just call a thing a thing. So it all leads to a battle between Drew and K Michelle. Shamia calls everyone to the pool. Angela saying that Shamia's trying to show off her new BBL. That was funny. You see, my laugh won't work. My laugh won't work. I gotta be more quicker than that. Shamia said, Angela said Shamia trying to show off her new BBL. That was funny. Oh, Shamia talks to Goop about addressing, about her being her being her being blamed for causing all the mess. Kay still, dragging, breaking up the black issue again. Drew and Kay get into a back and forth argument, and shoot, Drew stands up one time because Drew basically like you like you finna stand up on, I'm finna stand up too. And I don't blame Drew because if we get into an argument and you act like you finna stand up, I'm finna stand up too. Cause we gotta stand up. I don't condone violence, but you know we not we can have a civil conversation all day long, but don't get up. When we're having a conversation, don't act like you want to. Don't act like you going to get up when talking to me, because I'm gonna have to get up too, and it's just gonna be the end of that. And then Angela and I mean I put Angela and Drew, but I mean Angela and and Shamia get into a back and forth, but they just they're both calling each other messy. And I feel like Angela is the bone collector. They call Angela messy because she is the bone collector. So whatever they tell Angela about somebody, whatever they tell Angela about somebody else, she's gonna go back and tell the other person, rightfully so. So if they call it messy, oh well, it might be yeah, they get to call it messy, but if you going to say something like somebody says to their face, that's all. I mean, so the ladies go to get ready for the gala, and then they got the men coming to the house to drape them in diamonds and all that, and then they come down and get ready, and then they come dressed down in their gowns and their diamonds and everybody. Um, everybody looked it. Everybody looked good. Shamil tacky, just tacky. Wig tacky, dress tacky, just tacky. Sorry, tacky. K K Michelle looked good. Kelly looked okay. Frazier looked good. Never missed with the hair. Cynthia ate as usual. Cynthia is mother. Cynthia is mother. Cynthia looked good. Portia looked good. Portia wore her same dress that she wore to the season 11 reunion, and she looked good. Pinky, she looked good. She could do without a hat. She looked good. Angela looked good. Drew made it late, but she looked good. Drew, you really could just stay home because by the time you got there, they got ready to go. Um, but all of those looked good. They look like they had a good time at the gala, and I'm just glad it wasn't no drama at the. Glad it wasn't no drama at the gala. This episode was I think the most exciting part of this episode was probably the back and forth between Drew and Kay, and I guess Angela and I would say Angela. No, that wasn't really up Angela and Shamia because that really fell fat. Um, it was an okay episode. It ended on a good note. I would give it a 7.5, maybe. It wasn't too exciting, but it was okay. It was okay. I just feel like it was a lot of unresolved issues being done, a lot of K Michelle dragging a lot of issues and bringing like not really like speaking on stuff that needed to be spoke on, but then just not really speaking on it in the moment. But then you speaking about it like on Twitter, and then you speaking about it in your confessionals and things like that. But like you're not really like they're really like you like you get to the brunch table and you start crying, you things like that, and it's like you're not really telling the group what's really the issue. You're saying that you don't feel safe with them and things like that, but they're asking you they're asking you what the problem is and things like that. That's kind of like attention seeking people. Like you ever had people that like come around you and things like that, and they kind of like just people that like kind of huff and puff and kind of like just they clearly want you to ask what's wrong with them, and they clearly want you to ask like, "What's wrong with you? You okay today?" Like they could be seeking attention. K Michelle is giving a lot of attention seeking behaviors. Uh-huh. But I'm sorry, person. You come around me doing all that huffing and puffing. I'm not the one that's gonna ask what's wrong with you. I keep on doing what I'm doing. I keep on doing what I'm doing because don't do that around me because I'm the wrong person to be coming around huffing and puffing and doing all that blowing and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna ask what's wrong with you because get away from me with all that. Because what's the need for you doing all that? If you want to talk to me about something, talk to me, but don't come around doing all that huffing and puffing and blowing your house down. Because there's no need for that. There's no need for that. You know what I'm saying? But um, But now Portia and Kay are going back forth. They are throwing subliminals on social media, and yeah, this is going to be a very interesting rest of the season, because I feel like that now it's going to be like Kate Michelle and Portia are going to be at odds, and now it's going to set us up for the reunion. And now Kay is gonna come in hot, Portia is gonna come in hot, and they're gonna be at odds coming into the reunion. Because Portia is gonna be seeing that Kay is gonna have is now got all this injury for her, and Portia gonna be like, well, you didn't see all this when we was there. So now Portia is gonna come to the reunion very much on one, and Kay is gonna come to the reunion on one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just y'all have to silence all my notifications. But yeah, they're gonna come to reunion on one. In this um yeah. But I don't think Kim Michelle is gonna be good for the rest of this season. Um I don't think she's gonna be good for next season. If I had to, I just don't think she's gonna be good to come back next season. Because in this group dynamic, it's gonna be, you can't you can't be the one to, like, you got to be able to address things in a moment when it comes to this group of ladies, because they are the ones that's going to question you in the moment. Like, when you come to those group scenes and those group dinners and things like that, you got to be able to address what's on your chest in that moment. You know, like, you can't just say, I don't want to deal with it today. I don't want to talk about it today. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And I wonder what those producers are saying to her, because that's not really helping the conversation going, because you are not talking about what's pushing the story from a producer standpoint. You're not talking about what's supposed to be pushing your story with the other ladies. You're just kind of saying, well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to do that. It's not really helping keeping the audience interested in you, because you're kind of like a Debbie. You kind of like just there. You're not really engaged. You're not really doing anything. You just kind of, you know, I don't know. Do we see it for K Michelle? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I had some high. I don't say I had high hopes for K. I just think that I had an open mind for K. I love K. Why is my family calling on this family group chat? That's why I got silence. I'm on notification when I be on this thing. Yeah, I just don't see it for K. But we should see how the rest of the season plays out. Um, and we're going to see how, everything is going to line up and things like that. And we'll go from there, you know? So that's all I have for tonight. I hope you guys have a good rest of the night. And be sure to tune in with me every Monday and watch out for these little clips I'll be chopping up and things like that, and posting them on my various social media platforms and things like that. And make sure you tune in. Like I said, make sure you do all the things that are needed to be done. Okay? Like I said, I hope you guys have a good rest of the night. Your boy is trying to do more things when it comes to the production of it all. You feel me? Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Let me see if I can do a clap. Let me see if I can goodbye.